to Grandma Dorothy's Kitchen. I got a good one for you today. I'm making lunch for a friend of mine because she closed escrow on her house. And what better way to celebrate than to have a nice meal? Okay, so we're going to have Mississippi smothered potatoes. These are white potatoes, and I cut them in thin strips, and we're going to smother these with onions, and I'm going to add a little twist to it by adding sausages. Okay, I cut the sausages up in small strips. Okay, and we're going to need a third of a cup of olive oil. We're going to need salt, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, paprika. We're going to seasoned salt and Tony Satcherin Creole seasoning. Okay, I feel that if for friends, what better way to celebrate a great accomplishment than having food? Okay, and so with that, we're going to have fried smothered cabbage. This is cabbage I've cut up to smother it. And we're also going to have, this is cube steak. I did a twist on the cube steak. I cut it in small strips. And I'm going to have steak fingers. And I'm going to add a gravy to it. I'm going to put some light seasoning, a light flour. I'm going to flour it lightly, and I'm going to fry it and make steak fingers, and then I'm going to make a gravy on the side to go with it. And I'll be back, and I'll show you the next step. Welcome back. So I'm doing my smothered potatoes. Okay, and we're going to put the potatoes in. Okay. And then we're going to put the onions in. I got a large onion, and you slice them up like so. Okay. This is Mississippi smothered potatoes, and both of my husbands love this. Okay. So you're gonna put the seasoning in. Okay. And then we're going to put, okay. All right. And we got it on medium heat. And we're going to put the top on it and let it simmer. Well, we're going to cut it down to about between medium and low. Okay? And then we have the cabbage. I like to cut my cabbage up small. I don't like the big parts. I like to cut it up like so. So you cut it like so, and then you pour it over in your olive oil. Make like it takes maybe like this would be like a third of a cup of olive oil. Now in Mississippi we use salt pork, but here we try to not use as much pork, so we don't use salt pork. Okay, we use olive oil instead, and we put salt and pepper, but we're gonna let it cook down first. Okay, we got okay, we're gonna put it on high heat for maybe like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it down because we don't need to add much water because the cabbage makes this water. But we will, after 5 minutes, we're going to turn it down on low, and then we're going to add water as needed. Not a lot of water, but a little, maybe like a half a cup. Okay? And I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to do the steak strips now. I have the steak and it's cut in strips, and I'm going to do steak fingers, okay? The oil is hot, and so I'm going to just put them in the oil. See? A light, let's turn it up a little bit. We want it up medium heat, and a light oil, a light flour, okay? And I came up with a new twist. My daughter told me about carrots, because her kids, remember she got 3 little tiny kids, and they love vegetables. So we're going to do, she told me about a trick with the carrots. I'm going to do sweet carrots, okay? So I got the frozen carrots, and I put a little salt in the water, and I'm going to put about 1/3 cup of sugar, okay, in the water. And then I'm going to add the carrots and let them cook for about 20 minutes. These are just the little carrots that you get from the grocery store. They're already cut and they're already peeled, okay? And so we're going to add them to the water. And then we're going to put a lid on it and let them cook for about 20 minutes. Okay? And we're going to do our steak strips. Okay? And steak fingers. And see, I'm not good at funerals. So I love my friends to smell their flowers while they're alive. So I love to be, no friend can be better to me than I can be to them. And so that's why I love to do things for my friends. I have plenty of friends, and you're my friend. And if you're in my area, let me know. I promise you I'll make you feel right at home. Alright? Because I think that's what friends are for. I think, and I believe in all my heart, that if you have one friend, you're rich. One friend, you're rich. And people think that money makes you rich. One friend, if you have one friend, you're rich. Okay? So stop saying you're poor. You got one, and you're my friend, so I'm your friend, so you're rich. If you got one friend, you're rich. Remember that. Okay? I'll be back and show you what it looks like. Welcome back. We have the finished product. I have my best friend here. We're having lunch. We're celebrating. We're celebrating a great accomplishment. She closed escrow. So what's the best way to celebrate with a good friend, only with good food? So we're going to eat up, okay? Happy eating to you. See you next time.
Okay, good.